So there are 3 must-haves that you need for pharmacy school or to become a pharmacist. Hi there. Hi. So welcome to my channel. My name is Taryn and I am a PharmD student. And yes, when people ask if I'm in doctor school, I say, well, yes. This is my 2nd semester of my first professional year and I live in PA. I'll be showing you guys what it's like on a day-to-day basis. I'll tell you what I do for work. We'll talk about all the tips and tricks that I have learned so far. And I'll even be telling you guys why I chose pharmacy and maybe why you should too. So there are 3 must-haves that you need for pharmacy school or to become a pharmacist. Now, you may be thinking, are there only 3? Well, you need a couple more things too. I have found that these 3 are essential for pharmacy school. So number 1, you're going to need people skills or communication skills. And you may be thinking like, well, Taryn, I don't want to go into retail pharmacy. And while in retail, you are directly communicating with the patient and you may be counseling as well on over-the-counter medicines. No matter what field of pharmacy you go in, you are almost 100% going to have to talk to at least other healthcare providers. Now, these other healthcare providers, they're going to be the doctors, the nurses, the technicians, even the insurance companies. Now, if you have absolutely no people skills or communication skills, don't worry because those can be developed. In my opinion, the main role of all healthcare providers is to provide the best care for the patient. And if you don't have good communication skills and you can't talk to, let's say, the doctor or the nurse or even the technicians, then how will you be able to provide the best care for your patient? So like I said, don't worry, those can be developed. We're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is you have to have a desire to constantly be learning. Now you might say, well, of course, that's why I'm going to go to school. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to learn. I'm going to get a job. It's all going to be over. Well, not exactly. So once you graduate, you have your degree, you celebrated, you're happy you made it through, you're still going to have to learn. Pharmacy is an industry that is still growing. New drugs are still being developed. New methods are constantly being studied. And the reason why you have to have the desire to learn is because there's not going to be someone there to lecture you on it. You won't be learning this information for, a test to get the grade for that class. This is going to be information that is going to be able to benefit your patient. And remember, the goal of every healthcare provider is to provide the best care for the patient. So you're going to have to learn and have the desire to look up the information because maybe this new drug could help your patient and you want to be able to benefit them. And that means that you have to continue to educate yourself. Number 3, you have to have grit. Now, maybe school in the past was a breeze. Maybe, you always just made it through. But if you realize and look back on your journey ever since kindergarten, each level was a step up. So when you get to pharmacy school, you have to expect that it's going to be a step up. It's going to be the next level. And by no means am I saying that it is impossible. I mean, just look around. There are pharmacists, you see them out in the retail stores. There's pharmacists in the hospital, in the industries, in the healthcare field. Each of the pharmacists had to go through the same vigorous program as well. So it is not impossible, but it is hard. And you have to have some grit to get through it. The last thing you want, you had your heart set on going, and then, you paid all those application fees, you get accepted, you go to school, you take out that loan, and then the first thing that gets hard, you're like, oh, nah, this ain't for me. I'm going to just go ahead, pack my stuff up, I'm going home. No, you're going to have to push through. You're going to have to realize that, yes, it's difficult, but you can do it. And you're going to have to push through that in order to have that end goal that you want of being a pharmacist. Alright, we're going to do a quick recap. Number 1 was you have to have communication skills and people skills. Number 2 is you have to have the desire to constantly be learning. And number 3, you have to have some grades. Alright, so those are my 3 must-haves for pharmacy school and for becoming a pharmacist. Alright, I invite you guys to join me on my journey and to subscribe to my channel to see all my new videos coming up, and I will be back with more videos. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye!